use another soul gem. I have loads of these anyway, so might as well. See, it's already out of charge. Doesn't have a lot of charge in it, this sword, but it does have enough to get me where I need to go. In terms of combat. Yeah, there's more stuff here, but I'm not taking any of it, as I said. Oh, must resist the temptation. Mind you, that said, there's not a whole lot here, really. Steel dagger, etc. Oh, hello there. Recharge it again. Oh, Christ, yeah, it's a wraith. That will be the spirit of Sulcenipul. Most likely. Right, okie dokie, right. You can play around with the skeleton for a bit. Did he just summon something? No. Need more light. And I need the game to stop. There. Need a shield. And now let's go and... Whoa! God, I don't like wraiths. Even the sound they make kind of creeps me out a bit. But at least he wasn't as powerful as I thought he might have been. Now, there we go. Ectoplasm, which I'm going to leave the heck alone. And the Bonebiter Bow of Sulcenipul. Finally! Blimey. I've got the bloody thing. Is there anything else over here I should know about? Oh, there's a mummy up there holding what appears to be a soul gem. There's another one up there with a potion, but let's not take those. Let's just get out of here. And yes, that means we're going to have to go all the way back down through the dungeon the way we came, because there's no convenient exit for us, unfortunately. Although there is this little shortcut here, which I'm going to use. This way. Come back, light spell. Thank you. I need to pick up some torches next time we're in town. If they even sell them. I think they do. Right. So we've got the bow. We're one step closer to actually being allowed to talk to this freaking wise woman that we came all the way to here to see. I do like this cavern though, it's quite impressive, especially with these new graphics using the Oblivion engine and stuff like that. I love it, little waterfalls and stuff. It's a nice bit of dungeon design, I'm quite fond of it, although like when I played this earlier I kept falling off the bloody walkway things actually, which is a bit annoying because the geometry has not quite managed to convert itself all that well in this game. It's evidenced by the fact that I have to jump up the first step of any flight of stairs in this game for some reason. Because the geometry is a bit buggered. Now then, jump over here, maybe? More light, please. And onto here, perhaps? Ah, God, no. Cocked that up completely. Jump. And there we go. Alright, now which way's out? I'm assuming this way over here. There we go. Wow, this cavern here is particularly large, actually. Didn't notice that earlier, but anyway. Nearly there now. Nearly there. Just gonna make this jump again. Oh! Oh, just. I wonder what's up there, if you can actually get it. Well, I suppose we could levitate up there, but probably nothing really of value. Besides, if there was something there of value, I wouldn't be taking it. I bet there's people out there right now going, "Oh my God, what is wrong with you? All that loot, oh no!" But sorry, it wouldn't be in character, so I'm not doing it. Oh, daylight, blimey! Let's take this uncomfortable piece of crap off. There we go. Head on back. So that's just Shulk over there going to leave us alone. I think he will. Good. God, I hate that. Right. I swear it's like every 3 minutes I have to stop recording just because the frame rate just dips to almost 0. whatever. I don't think, as I've said before, I will ever find out a way of fixing that, but, so I'm just gonna have to put up with it. Yeah, hello. Diseased Cootie. Ugh. Not something I particularly feel like tangling with, but whatever. Let's just keep going. This game is so bloody buggy. I imagine, even though the frame rate thing is kind of technically Fraps' fault a lot of the time, I imagine this game's poor optimization is probably helping it. Right, well, we're back now at the camp. Let's go hand the bow to Sulmatul and have him make us a clan friend, or whatever it is he called it. I don't wish to be seen with you. They're a spiteful lot, aren't they, really, the Dark Elves? Right, okay, hello there. You're spoiling my day, leave me alone. Well, sorry, mate, but I've finished your initiation rites, so now you have to be nice to me. This is my father's Bonebiter bow. You have completed the initiation rite. I name you clan friend of the Ashlanders. Keep my father's bow and bear it with honour. You are a friend of our tribe and may rest in any Ursulaku bed. Finally! But do not harm other tribe members, etc., etc. Now, I will fulfill my other promise. Go to the wise woman's yurt, and Nibani Mesa shall examine you and test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. Okie dokie. Well, what can you tell me about the Nerevarine prophecies? Now that you are a clan friend, I want to speak plainly. I find it hard to believe that you are the Nerevarine. You and me both, mate. You are an outlander. But the Nerevarine comes to drive all outlanders from Morrowind. How could an outlander be the Incarnate? The great houses stole our land and mocked us with false gods. The godless outlanders steal our land and our dignity. The Nerevarine is the last hope of the Ashlanders have. I will let no outlander steal this hope from us. These are serious words, words of life and death. I see honour and merit in you, and I am proud to name you clan friend. But take care what you say and do in the name of the Nerevarine. Now go, question Nibani Mesa and learn all she can tell you. Well, thank you. You've been... Let's see, he likes me now. He likes me now. Right, well, there we are. Thanks very much, Sulmatul. I guess I better go speak to the wise woman. Right. Now, which one's her yurt? Nope. Hello. That's a mighty fine spear. That's a mighty big cliff racer, although it doesn't appear to be hostile for whatever reason, so I'll leave it alone. Wise woman's yurt. Fantastic. Okay, let me have a brief pause here, because I'm sure there's going to be lots of reading for me to do, and my mouth's a bit dry, so BRB. Right, I've got a glass of water to whip my whistle with. Okay. Should have probably anticipated in advance that this would involve a hell of a lot of reading, but never mind. And I will read this all out for you. Personally, and I don't think anyone listening who does this should take it personally, but I do find it annoying sometimes in LPs where the Let's Players won't read important text out in like the books and letters and dialogue and stuff like that, just because they can't be bothered. Because they always say, I will pause it and you can read it if you like, but no one does that. I never pause it. I can never be bothered. I just want to carry on watching. So that's why I always try and read this crap out for you, including all the little bits of random notes and things like that we've been given over the course of the main quest and stuff, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Right, so this is the yurt, and there she is. Hello.
Flatter me with your attention.
Well, she seems fairly pleased to see us, at least. That makes a change. I don't want your moon sugar. Get rid of this. For God's sake, woman! Why do you care? Why do you care? Why do I even have moon sugar? I didn't even realise I did. Oh my goodness. Alright. My oh my. There we go. There you go. The moon sugar's on the floor now. Do you feel happier about it? So that reminds me, we have 8 vampire dust, which means we've killed at least 8 vampires so far in this Let's Play. And along with the whole thing with necromancers, I was about to say before, and I think I got interrupted. I think, aside from like the main quest, and aside from, you know, the temple stuff, I feel like giving Thedas some sort of goal to achieve, and that goal I think is going to be to hunt vampires and necromancers and maybe even Sixth House guys, all just sort of enemies of the Tribunal and enemies of the Dhamma and this, that and the other. And as such, I'm not going to be selling that vampire dust. I'm going to keep it so we can actually keep a tally of how many of the buggers we've killed. And I think before we leave Vardenfell, I want to have at least wiped out the 3 main vampire strongholds. We've done one of them already when we attacked Galamdeus. I can't remember which clan that was, unfortunately, but yeah, I know one of the other clans is up in the north near Dagon Fell somewhere, and I don't know where the 3rd one is, I'm afraid. So yes, hunting down the main vampire clans and destroying them, and Thedas will be aware of these vampires and such exist. I mean, he has books on the subject after all, doesn't he? Like Vampires of Vardenfell Volume 2 and such. You know, he's aware of these places. He's aware that there are different tribes of vampires. You know, this is one of those things. And being in the temple, he will have, you know, come across this kind of knowledge and sort of stuff like that. So yeah, I think we will at some point be doing an extended spree of vampire hunting and necromancer hunting and stuff like that. And this will, of course, have an interesting spin on things, I suppose, when he finally goes to Cyrodiil, which is rife, as you well know, with necromancers and vampires. So, but anyway, that's getting a bit of ahead of ourselves, that is. So, yeah. Anyway, just a random little tangent there. But at some point, yes, we're going to be doing a spot of vampire hunting and this, that, and the other. There are a few temple quests, I think, that involve doing it anyway, actually. So as we progress through those, we'll get a chance to do a few things like that too. But yeah. So anyway, let's get back to what we were meant to be doing. And yeah, by my reckoning, we have killed 8 vampires so far. And all of those were at Galamdeus, I think. But anyway, near Bani Mesa then. Just ask, you have my complete attention. So, Nerevarine prophecies. Can you tell me about them? There are many Nerevarine prophecies, and they suggest many things. Aspect and uncertain parents, the moon and star, sleepers, the 7 curses. The curse's bane, the prophecy of the stranger, the prophecy of the 7 visions, the lost prophecies. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh crap, do I pass the... let's just skip through it, okay. The prophecy of the 7 visions, yeah, the lost prophecies. Ask me of these things if you are patient, if you would be wise, or if you are impatient to know, just ask. Do I pass the test of the Nerevarine prophecies? Go ahead, Outlander, I am the wise woman. Ask your questions and I will answer. So, tell me about these prophecies then. What about the, What about the 7 visions? The full title of the prophecy is The 7 Visions of the 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Listen and I will tell you the verses. What does this prophecy mean? It tells us who the Nerevarine will be and the trials he must undergo before he fulfills his destiny. Some parts I understand, some parts I do not. Okay, so she didn't actually tell us what the verses were, but okay. I think she'll give us a little bit of... she'll give us copies of them, I think, when we leave, if I recall correctly. But anyway, what about the lost prophecies? There are Nerevarine prophecies that have been lost, the 7 curses and others. Some are forgotten, some hidden, some deliberately lost. The wise women are the memory of the Velothi people, but it is a faulty memory, and we are mortal, and so our knowledge dies with us. But we hear that the distant priests of the temple study our Nerevarine prophecies and record them in books. Such written words never die. You must go to them and ask for these books, and bring what you find me. Okay. So... what's the stranger then? Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. This is the best known of the Nerevarine prophecies. We call it the stranger. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Now, the observant among you will note that that particular verse appeared in Daedric form in the vision that Theodas actually had when he first came off the boat, just as he was about to first come off the boat at the very beginning of the game. It was all written in Daedric, but the very last line of the verse, many fall but one remains, was written in English. So yes, that's kind of calling back to what we've already kind of seen a glimpse of at the very start of the game. So, yeah. Do I pass the test? You are not the Nerevarine. You are one who may become the Nerevarine. It is a puzzle, and a hard one. But you have found some of the pieces, and you may find more. Do you choose to be a Nerevarine? Seek the lost prophecies among the distant priests of the temple. Find the lost prophecies, bring them to me, and I will be your guide. And take these copies of the Stranger and the Seven Visions. Now, I have told you all you need, all I know. Go and think on what I've told you, and do what must be done. So we're not the Nerevarine, but we may become the Nerevarine. It's all a little confusing. And, in all honesty, I think Theodas is probably more convinced rather than less convinced that this is all a bunch of hocus pocus. But nevertheless, I think we'll sit down here for a minute and let's have a look at these. I think we've already read The Stranger just now. But what about the Seven Visions? Right, so the Stranger. Here we go. These are the words of the prophecy called The Stranger. I wrote them down as she spoke them to me. When earth is sundered and skies choke black, and sleep has served the seven curses, to the hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far neath moon and star. Though stark born to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Yes. Okay, so we've heard that one already. And the Seven Visions. These are the words of the prophecy called the Seven Visions of the Seven Trials of the Incarnate. Seven Trials, okay. What he puts his hand to, that shall be done. What is left undone, that shall be done. First trial. On a certain day to uncertain parents, incarnate moon and star reborn. Second trial. Neither blight nor age can harm him, the curse of flesh before him flies. Third trial. In caverns dark Azura's eye sees, and makes to shine the moon and star. Fourth trial. A stranger's voice unites the houses, 3 halls call him Hortitor. Fifth trial. A stranger's hand unites the Velothi, 4 tribes call him Nerevarine. Sixth trial. He honours blood of the tribe unmourned, he eats their sin and is reborn. Seventh trial. His mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, redeems the mad. One destiny. He speaks the law for Veloth's people. He speaks for their land and names them great. So that's the Seven Visions. And as you can plainly see, and as Theodas has clearly noted, we don't pass it at all because, okay, on a certain day to uncertain parents, fine. Neither blight nor age can harm him. The accursed flesh before him flies. That's nonsense. We had a blight disease just earlier. And I'm pretty sure he's been getting older since he was born as well. So, yeah. I think that's really all the proof he needed at the end of the day. So he doesn't fulfill the prophecy of the Nerevarine or whatnot. And I guess that's all there is to it. So, really... Right, game, you're going to stop screwing around now. And, okay, right, brilliant, thanks. So yeah, I guess all there is now to do is head back to Caius, really? And tell him what we've learned, and see what he thinks of it all, and there you go, really. And we also need to go back to Vivek, of course, to inform them that we've finished our pilgrimage to the Sanctus Shrine, because we've also got their stuff to do too. However, in the meantime, I'm not really tired, but a couple of hours wouldn't hurt, so we don't need to sleep yet. It's only 12:35 PM. So let's head back outside. However, in the meantime, I'm probably going to take a break from recording, because I've got other stuff to record and it's getting kind of late. But I did this first just because I'm really quite enjoying this Let's Play at the minute, and hopefully you lot are as well. Although, I think the game might have frozen up again. Joy of joys. Right on time, of course. There we go, problem solved. There was a cliff racer over there that was stuck inside the tent, and it was causing the game's Havoc physics engines or whatever to go completely mental into overdrive, and thus it practically crashed the game. Although I disabled him with the console, and everything's fine now. But anyway, on that immersion-breaking note, that's it from me for now. I'll see you again very soon, undoubtedly. And yeah, like I said, I'm really enjoying this now. Not that I wasn't earlier, but now it's really sort of getting into it. Now we're progressing a lot further with the main quest and such. It's becoming quite enjoyable. And the bugs and such have been kept to a sort of fair minimum of late as well, which is always nice too. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it too, and ta-ra for now.